Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Storyverse, the place where exciting stories help you master English. Today's true story is called John Cena's Early Struggles. A boy with almost nothing becomes the biggest WWE superstar in history. Stick around until the end because we'll have a special language lesson with the most useful words and idioms from the story. Let's begin.
You can't see me!
Have you ever wondered what the world's most famous wrestler and movie star did before the bright lights and screaming crowds? This is the true story of how a small-town boy with almost nothing in his pocket fought through years of pain, hunger, and doubt to become the legend we know today as John Cena. In the quiet town of West Newbury, Massachusetts, in the late 1970s and 1980s, a boy named John Felix Anthony Cena was born. The town had more trees than people, and the winters were long and cold. John's family was not rich. His father worked hard as a car salesman and later announced wrestling shows at night. His mother took care of the house and 5 boys. Money was always tight. The Cena brothers shared clothes, shared rooms, and shared dreams. John was the second oldest. He was big, even as a child, but he was shy. At school, some kids laughed at him because he wore the same jacket every day. John hated feeling different. He started lifting weights in the family basement when he was only 12. Old metal plates, a rusty bar, that was his gym. Every day after school, he pushed his body harder. He wanted to be strong, not just outside, but inside too. High school was difficult. John loved football and played very well, but studying was hard for him. He tried his best, but the grades did not come. Some teachers said, "John, you are good at sports, but you need to study more." John felt lost. He did not want to stay in West Newbury forever, but he did not know where to go. Finally, he chose Springfield College in Massachusetts. He studied exercise physiology, how the body moves and grows strong. College was expensive. John worked many jobs. He cleaned toilets at night, delivered pizzas, and carried heavy boxes. Sometimes he had only $5 left for food all week. He ate cheap noodles and tuna every day. But he never stopped training. His body grew bigger and stronger. People started to notice. After graduation in 1998, John had a big dream, but it was not clear. He wanted to be famous. He wanted to be on television. He wanted to prove he was worth something. But how to do it? Friends said, "Stay here. Get a safe job." John listened to his heart instead. One cold morning in 1999, 22-year-old John packed his green Lincoln Continental car with everything he owned, some clothes, his weights, and exactly $500 in cash. He looked at his parents and said, "I'm going to California. I will make it, or I will die trying." His mother cried. His father hugged him hard and said, "Never give up, son." The drive across America took 4 days. When John finally saw the Pacific Ocean, he felt hope. Los Angeles, the city of dreams. But dreams cost money, and money disappeared fast. Rent for a small apartment was too high. After only a few weeks, John had almost nothing left. For months, he slept in his car, in gym parking lots. The old Lincoln became his bedroom. In the morning, he brushed his teeth in gas station sinks. He showered at the gym where he trained. To eat, he worked any job he could find, He moved furniture, guarded doors at nightclubs, and cleaned toilets again. His hands became rough. His back hurt every day. Many nights he lay in the backseat, hungry and cold, asking himself, "What am I doing? Maybe I should go home." But John did not quit. At the gym, people talked about professional wrestling. John had watched WWE on TV as a kid. He loved the energy, the crowd, the drama. One day, he walked into a small wrestling school called Ultimate Pro Wrestling, or UPW, in California. The trainer looked at John's huge body and said, "Kid, you have the look, but can you take the pain?" Training was brutal. Every day, they slammed bodies on hard mats. They ran ropes until their legs burned. They learned to fall without breaking bones. John's body was covered in bruises. His neck hurt, his knees hurt, everything hurt. But every morning, he woke up and trained again. He earned almost no money, sometimes only $50 for a show in front of 20 people. Sometimes the promoter forgot to pay. John kept going. In 2001, WWE finally called. They saw him wrestle and offered a development contract. John moved to Ohio and then Kentucky to train in small WWE schools. His first wrestling name was the Prototype, a robot-like character with no emotion. The crowds did not care. They booed. Some nights, only a few hundred people came to watch. WWE bosses said, "John, if you don't connect with fans soon, we will fire you." John felt the pressure every single day. He traveled by car hundreds of miles between shows. He slept 2 or 3 hours a night. His body was injured all the time. Torn muscles, broken fingers, bad back. Pain became his normal life. Some wrestlers quit. John refused. Then came the night that changed everything. It was Halloween 2002. The wrestlers were bored on the bus. Someone started a rap battle, just joking around. John, who had loved hip-hop music since he was young, stood up and started rapping. His words were fast, funny, and tough. Everyone on the bus went quiet, then exploded with laughter and cheers. One wrestler recorded it on a small camera.
A few weeks later, during a live WWE show, John was losing a match badly. The crowd was quiet. Suddenly, John grabbed a microphone and started rapping to his opponent, insulting him in rhythm, making the crowd laugh and scream. The arena came alive. Something clicked. The next week, WWE gave him a new character, the Doctor of Thuganomics, a street-smart rapper who wore sports jerseys, caps, and spoke the truth with no fear. That was the climax, the turning point. From that night, everything changed. Fans started cheering. Signs appeared. "Let's go Cena." Tickets sold faster. The Doctor of Thuganomics was raw, real, and born from all the pain John had carried for years. The years that followed were still hard. John wrestled almost every single night, 200 shows a year. His body broke again and again. Neck surgery, shoulder surgery, hernia surgery. Doctors said, "You must stop or you will be in a wheelchair." John answered, "I can't stop. The fans need me." He learned to wrestle through pain, to smile through pain, to lift opponents twice his size even when his own body screamed. Slowly, the world noticed. He became WWE champion many times. He made movies in Hollywood. He became the face of the company. But the boy who once slept in his car never forgot where he came from. Today, John Cena is one of the most requested celebrities by the Make-A-Wish Foundation. He has granted more than 650 wishes for sick children, more than anyone in history. When a child is scared in a hospital bed, John flies across the world just to say, "You can do this. Never give up." He knows what it feels like to have nothing. He knows what it feels like to be afraid. And he knows that one person who believes in you can change everything. From a shy kid in a small town, to a man sleeping in his car, to a champion who never quits, John Cena's early struggles built the strongest muscle of all, his heart. Remember, no matter how dark the night feels, no matter how many times you fall, you can always stand back up, just like John did.
Great job finishing the story, everyone. Now let's learn the most useful language we heard. 1. Doubt. Feeling unsure, not believing something will happen. Caption from the story: he fought through years of pain, hunger, and doubt to become the legend. This means John had moments when he wasn't sure he could succeed. 2. Quit. To stop doing something forever, usually because it's too hard. Caption from the story: some wrestlers quit. John refused. This means many people gave up, but John kept going. 3. Connect. To make the audience like you and care about you. Caption from the story: John, if you don't connect with fans soon, we will fire you. This means the crowd has to feel something when they watch you. 4. Grant. To give someone what they wish for, usually officially. Caption from the story: he has granted more than 650 wishes for sick children. This means John has made more than 650 dreams come true. Great job finishing the story, everyone. Now let's learn the most useful language we heard. 1. Doubt. Feeling unsure, not believing something will happen. Caption from the story: he fought through years of pain, hunger, and doubt to become the legend. This means John had moments when he wasn't sure he could succeed. 2. Quit. To stop doing something forever, usually because it's too hard. Caption from the story: some wrestlers quit.